today we're talking about in our last and final pillar of conceivability, or what we have goals for our dogs and how we shouldn't be training in the moment, but we should be training for something, or setting our goals and how we see it and the visions that we see it. And so today we're going to share a little bit about our own personal experiences actually of our dogs and our soon-to-be dogs and where we're headed. So Michelle leaves on a flight tomorrow, and we're super excited and hope that you'll document it on social media even before you get her, as far as the plane and that type of thing. And so you're heading out tomorrow to pick up your new puppy. And so talk to us a little bit about that journey and where you see this going with what you're doing.
Oh man, I could talk all day about this. Where do you even start? I've never been so excited to get a dog. I was so excited for Murphy. I mean, I was for all of my dogs, obviously, but this has been a little bit different of a process just to begin with. Murphy was definitely kind of the short version of this. Mm-hmm. It all happened so fast, just lead up to getting him. Where I feel like this one, we've been talking about me getting another dog, which I know I already have 3 dogs, but me getting another dog for what? 5 years now,
yeah.
Joe?
Yeah.
And that next step in that journey I want to take with my next dog, and that's why I haven't jumped in yet, is because I didn't have that vision yet. Mm-hmm. It was really hard for me to envision Murphy not being that dog for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm seriously, I cannot, this has been a really fun process for me, and I'm so excited, and I'm really excited. I really feel like in my family we're in a really good place. My 2 older dogs have just completely settled into just being old dog life, completely. Murphy's a big dog, so he's slowly approaching that as well. Well, faster than I want to admit, actually. But I think he's still going to be a really, really good big brother in a way. Mm-hmm. Showing her the things I want him to show her. There's a lot of things Murphy doesn't want to show her, but I also thinking about my husband and where he is and stuff like that with our dogs. I'm really excited for him to take this journey with me, because I think he's really ready to mm-hmm. jump in and be a part of that. And he's always been a part of the dog's lives, obviously, but not, I really think he's ready to, mm-hmm. for there to be something else besides just having a companion.
Yeah.
Which, first and foremost, she will just be a companion. I mean, she will be a companion. That is a major part of it, why I took so long picking the right breed for us, too. Mm-hmm. Is because we need that stupid, outgoing personality that we've never had. We've never had in a dog. And we needed that for our companion. But all of that being said, I really feel like her possibilities are pretty endless with us, and I'm so excited about that, because I really did my research on finding the right breed for us for all the things we really want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And I've recently been coming up with her training program and stuff like that, and where I want to start with the consistency and stuff like that. But I've had to really stop and think of what I want 5 years from now for her to be a year from now. You know what I mean? I've had to really stop and think about those things, because she is different in some ways. We want to show her. Mm-hmm. We do want to breed her eventually, which is going to be a big part of it. I've never done agility, but she's a really great agility candidate. Mm-hmm. I will always do some form of rally with my dogs. I mean, there's so many things with her that I'm so excited for to envision in the future, and where she's going to be. And it even, silly as it is, my husband's buying a boat in the next couple of weeks, and I'm oh my gosh, we've got to get Siggy on the boat first thing, so she gets used to it, because I want her to do those types of adventures with us, because our dogs do some of that stuff, but not to any extreme like that. We really want her to be a part of our lives so much in that way, and it has to start now. I really feel for what we want from her in 5 years, it needs to start the second she gets home.
Yeah. No, I think that's awesome. I think it's fun to really trained to those things and to work towards those things and the exposure and everything. And I think it's exciting. And my journey's been a little bit different. It's been a little bit of a crazy one, losing the dogs that I lost in such a short amount of time. And then, we're getting a dog, we're not getting a dog, we're getting 2 dogs, we're not getting any dogs, we're getting 4 dogs, and nothing's gonna happen. And then, so for me, it's been kind of the universe placing things where they need to be and how these dogs need to come to us. And I've been very passively looking and reaching out and talking and picking people's brains. And the stock dog world is pretty small. It's a pretty small world, and what I didn't want is a dog that had the same lines of everything that's out there in the close world that we're at, and I didn't want any line breeding, and I didn't want anything bred for a bite, and I didn't want anything bred for the balance. I wanted a complete working stock dog that was 100% balanced, and it's really hard to find. And so Thursday, we have a new member coming to the family, and my biggest goal with her right now at 4 months is she's not even going to be introduced to stock. She's going to be trained, she's going to be obedience trained to the point that she's our family dog. She's a companion, because I know her breeding is completely bred for a balanced working dog, and so I know it's there. And I can bring it out when we're ready to bring it out and when she's ready. But right now it's all about the obedience. It's about bonding with our pack before the next dog comes along in a couple of months. And then, potentially we have another dog that may end up ours. So we kind of all of a sudden will have a full house. And so we've kind of got really specific journeys that we're on with each of them. But it's got to be balanced, and it's got to feel right, and it's got to be right, because our pack, for us in our house, really, they do a lot of the training and balancing dogs and helping dogs realize how to be dogs, that they come into our house and they're somewhat broken and they don't know how to socialize, and they've been micromanaged, or they haven't been allowed to do things. And so it's important for our house that, number one priority is you have to be balanced, and you have to have a sound mind to be able to deal with the stress that happens in the household. And so that's where we're at with the journey of, I've just kind of put it out there to the universe, and this is how it's happening. And it may turn a corner, and it may shift, but right now we're just looking to have this balanced, peaceful, get into a groove. We can do things kind of a pack instead of trying to just fit things together and force things because it's something that I want. So it really is about building our pack back up, not really what my end goals are right now is, everybody will function if we do it right, and we'll get what we need to get, and we'll go on a journey. So I want to love my dogs again. Not that I didn't, I've had dogs come in and out, and it's like, I love you in this way, but not enough to be balanced in our family. And for Chris and I, because we're almost empty nesters, so we're heading into a different place, and the dogs are really going to be our buddies traveling around and doing things. And so they've got to function together with both of us. And Chris is going to be on the road quite a bit this year, and he's going to be driving, and I'm pretty sure that he's planning on taking the second puppy that comes along on the road with them, like he did with our shepherd. And so it's just kind of, we've just got to get into that nice groove and balance of dogs again. So that's kind of where our life is and what that looks like overall. Shannon, tell us a little bit about your pack and how you're building and conceiving, and things have kind of shut down since we stopped herding quite a bit. But where do you feel like things are at, and where's your, pack going?
So it's been a year since I got Ripley, which is kind of
Crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
It's a little over a year.
Yeah, but that's so
And
crazy.
so I had Louie for 5 years, only one dog.
Yeah.
And then boom, had 3 dogs,
Right.
kind of all of a sudden.
Right.
So, the last year with those new dogs has really been a journey of getting all along together. And I mean, not in the sense that everyone's fighting and everything, but it's like, how do we behave in the house, and what are the things we're supposed to do as dogs? Where is our place in the pack, and what is our job at this house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just noticed the other day I had to take all my dogs to the vet. And I had to take them all in the car at the beginning of the day, and they had to go with me, like, you know, to walk some other dogs and go on some errands and stuff, because I didn't have enough time to go home to get to my appointment on time. And a year ago, that was really a stressful thing, because they didn't know what we're doing, what's this thing, we all get in the car together, la 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 la. And I just, you know, put them all in the car, and we all went all the whole day, and it was really easy. And I'm like, oh, it's working. My life's going good, you know, because it was so, I could just take them all in the car, and it was so easy. Everyone knew what to do on that whole trip of the whole day, you know. And so I felt like it was like an accomplishment because you do these routines every day, all the time, and then you kind of sometimes don't notice. And that was just like a moment where I could like notice that all this work of being good in the house and being out together, and what are we supposed to do, and we go on our bed and we don't tear everything up, you know, like we're at a point where that has come together, you know, and it's taken a year, which I think is typical, you know, to get all in the groove. And so now we're at a place like where we can start like doing stuff that's fun, because everyone knows how we're supposed to live on an every day-to-day basis. Now we can go into this place where we start doing things that's fun and exciting and adventurous together. So we are having a break from herding training, not in the home being good training, but because we had a lot of exciting things roll out with our website and our online training at the beginning of the year. So I just going and doing that at the same time was a little stressful for me. But I'm excited to get going back on that, because really, you know, my imagination of getting Dutch in the first place was to do that. So I'm looking forward to getting into that, and I think we're at a point where we can do some fun things with Ripley now, maybe too, and she can maybe have some kind of little job that we do for her, because she's spunky and sassy and young still. So I'm excited for, you know, the journey of this year to start being able to do some fun things without having the stress of learning how to live together and learning how to live in a house, and we don't eat the laundry and we don't eat the sofa and all of that kind of stuff. So it's going to be exciting times.
I think so too. I think so too. It's fun. So I feel like, you know, overall, you know, I'm in this like complete rebuilding process. Shannon's in this turning the corner process with hers. And Michelle is in this, here we go on this journey of almost one dog, because your pack is so stable at home and in their groove that now we're going to flip it upside down in a sense, you know? And so we've got flipped upside down, we like haven't even started, completely ready for, you know, these wonderful journeys. And then Melissa's like the old seasoned experienced trainer, the dogs do everything right, they're in this fun groove, and we're still all trying to figure out life. Like we're just trying to figure it out. And so it's, you know, one, I think we all have a little bit of envy of because our packs are all broken in this. I mean, Shannon, yours isn't, but it's finally, you know, I mean, it's taken a weird time to get there, that, you know, you're so far ahead of all of us in this, where you're like, oh yeah, I got that. Oh yeah, we're doing that. Oh yeah, this is happening. And so a lot of pressure has been put on you and your pack for, you know, the new things and the online stuff coming out, that you're in charge of doing the 30-day challenges, and it's super fun, but it's a lot of work on top of everything else that you're doing. So talk a little bit about your pack, your balance, and when you kind of set this vision out of here's a 30-day challenge, and then breaking that down into steps where it's not completely disrupting your pack.
Yeah, and it was funny, like, it's so weird because Nick and I were talking about this last night. Like, it was just like, wow, our pack is, we're all just so happy, and we all just bring out the best in each other, and having Trigger come into our home was just like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Because Yuki always really claimed me.
Right.
She's always like, you're my person, and she loves me, like, don't get me wrong,
Right.
but when Trigger came today, it was like the first hour, she was like, oh, this is my guy,
Yeah.
follows him around, and so he's kind of now has a taste of what training is, and that, because she wants to work for him so badly.
Yeah.
She's like, what can I do for you, what can I do for you? So she goes to work with him every day,
Yeah.
and he's just so, I've never seen him come home as happy as he does now.
Nice.
And having her do little jobs at work, and she just and Cooper's at a really good place in that I can read her better,
Yeah.
and Nick and I don't put up with her games as much, and so now she's like, I'm over it.
Right.
There's not that adrenaline rush anymore.
Yeah.
I took her to Home Depot yesterday, and she was just great. I didn't have to manage her at all. She just, people would come up and pet her, people would talk to her, which before she'd be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
She would just get stressed out.
Yeah.
She was enjoying herself, and I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, I need to trust my dogs more.
Right.
Like, oh, geez. But with the 30-day challenges, it's been super fun to, like, Nick and I would sit together and go, okay, let's think crazy. Like, what are some things that we want our dogs to do?
Yeah.
Writing them down and be like, oh, there are simple tasks that we take for granted. How do we train that? How do I think about these things that our dogs just make each other do and do
Yeah.
naturally? Like, I
Yeah.
want to break this down. And so it's been really good for my brain to go, okay, what did I do, like subliminally, to make our dogs do
Right.
this? Because, and it's a working together to have that. And he's been doing the challenges with Trigger. And so I was like,
Nice.
okay, hun, what do you want to do with her?
Yeah.
Because she works so well for him.
Yeah.
I have to like really entice her to work for me.
Right. Right.
Then she'll always just look at Nick like, is he watching?
Yeah.
Does he know we're doing this?
Yeah.
And to see his face light up and think, okay, these are the things I want to do.
Nice.
And so I have to break it down for him.
Yeah.
Because I want him to do it. I want to film him.
Right. Right. Yeah. For
Um,
sure. That would be great.
And so, and so I
Yeah.
have to go, okay, how would I break this down?
Yeah.
And then for Cooper and Yuki to go, okay, get their gifts, what they're best at,
Right.
and just capitalize on it.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun to, one, it forces me, and I'm held accountable
Right. Right.
to do this,
Yep.
but also it has been, I wake up so much happier because that's what I do in the mornings.
Yeah.
So the videos I'm in my pajamas, so
It's
whatever.
awesome. Yeah. That's what it should start.
I know. Yeah, and it's just, if I don't train in the morning, and keep in mind sometimes it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They call me out on it.
Sure. We missed something
Yeah,
today.
it's the routine now, and
Yeah.
it's just so much fun. But really, I'm getting to know them so much better,
Yeah.
and it always like makes me feel guilty. Like, oh guys, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't know you.
Uh-huh.
Because now we're all just working, and
Yeah.
we're all in sync, and we're all. And it did take a while for us
Sure.
to get there, you know.
Yeah,
But it's just a lot of fun to hold myself accountable, take myself back. I think they're training me really.
Sure.
Like the lessons that I've learned from this, and I've kept a little log
Cool.
just of what it's like to train through 30 days, and
Yeah.
like, because you know, like the fitness ones, right? They're like, oh, 30-day fitness challenge, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to take it like that.
Oh, I love it.
What
Yeah.
is my 30-day fitness challenge?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
my
With
dogs?
training.
Yeah, with
I love
training,
it.
and it's
Yeah.
just so much fun. And we've had kind of a ragtag crew that I've been training and boarding, and then my mom came and we were painting our living room. I mean, our kid bathroom. I don't know, room.
Someplace.
And so our house was torn up upside down, and it
Yeah.
was kind of a hectic weekend. But our dogs were just so
Just into
into it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, we're going in here. We'll sit. Okay, we're gonna. And I did feel like I had to manage them,
Yeah.
and they were taking care of the crew we had outside.
Right. Right.
And I was like, oh, like they helped make the weekend easier, and it
Yeah.
was just
That's
knock
great.
on wood, where's wood. But it's just been really fun, and
Yeah.
we're all growing together. And
Yeah.
it was hard, like when you told me about it, I was like, what?
Yeah.
But breaking it down, it's been
That's great.
really good.
It's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where the journey goes. It's going to be, I think Michelle's going to have, having one puppy, very structured. It'll be fun to watch her journey and to go through and just see the progress and, what that looks like to, Miss Overachiever here, we're going to take on 2 puppies and maybe another dog. I don't know. My life has to have 4 dogs in it. It has to have 4 dogs. I don't know why the universe thinks that, and they have to be 4 different dogs. So
Yeah.
To Shannon, watching, you know, on social media where your journey's going to go, and writing together, and taking, you know, your pack on a new journey with it, to, you know, Melissa and her 30-day challenges that will someday eventually get there, of having our dogs ride a skateboard too. But
Yeah, that triggers me think. Nick's like, I want to teach you to ride a skateboard. Okay,
yep.
let's, so.
Love it.
Yeah.
I can't even ride a skateboard.
Yeah,
right?
So I need to teach a dog how to, but I don't know how
Right,
to.
right.
I taught him how to ride a skateboard. But he couldn't steer. He wasn't good at it. He could get all the way on and roll a little till the skateboard hit something.
Well, that's
you know,
what I can
but-
do until I fall.
See?
Yeah, I can't even just stand up on it. So, and then I'd have to for sure put the helmet on and make sure, because I inevitably would like be the old person that falls off the skateboard. She died doing something she loved. No.
Trying something new.
Trying something new, because that's what she did. So I hope everybody will go on this journey with us in this new year of 2019, to roll in strong into 2020 with a full balanced pack, and then we'll start Melissa all over and add another one to hers, or, you know, because we can't ever just sit still. Shannon will be the next one from there, and, you know, we can't sit still. You know, stay challenged, stay focused. Think about what's ahead with you and your dog, no matter how long you've owned them, or to getting a new one. It's a fun journey, and I hope that everybody goes on it with us, because it'll be fun.